Hello and welcome back to the Product Biz Podcast. Today we are talking about the holidays because they are fastly approaching, just a few weeks away. And I want to give you some, above average advice for how to rock your holiday promos. Because the average advice is to run a promotion or run multiple promotions or run a promotion every single week or promote, which yes, we are going to talk about that today on how to make a kick-ass juicy promotion for you to have this holiday season for your best holiday season. However, there are two other critically important pieces to this holiday puzzle that matter even more than your promotion. Because if you don't have these other two pieces, no matter how much you promote, no matter how much you do, no matter how much you put out there, it may not work. Or if we want to flip it in a different way, the more that you focus on these two other critical pieces of holiday sales and holiday efficiency and holiday success and holiday results, the more you focus on these two additional pieces I'm going to share with you, the more your results will grow. So that's what we're diving into today. But first, I want to give you just a little bit of a life update because I think it's been a couple weeks since I recorded a podcast. And I don't know, the podcast that I listen to, I actually love hearing about what the person is just up to in life. It brings a little bit more of like the human touch. So cool. I'm going to share with you what's been happening the last couple of weeks, what's been going on in the Monica Little coaching world. Give you an update on the free training that we hosted a couple weeks ago and Product Biz Academy doors that were open, a couple updates to the MLC team, what we're working on now. And then we're going to get into these three most important things that you need to prioritize for your massive holiday success in 2024. Okay. But quick life update. A couple weeks ago, we had our free training on how to create a thriving product business without relying on markets. And oh my God, you guys showed up, you played full out, you attended, you participated. I think we were on the call for 3 hours, if not more than 3 hours. And this is a training that I absolutely love. I spent a good 2 months prepping for this training. And this training is something that I want to be the most impressive, the most business altering, life changing, perspective shifting free training that you've ever attended, because I know there's a lot of free trainings out there that kind of, miss the mark. So my goal is to create a free training that you come back to time and time again because it moves you, it changes how you run your business, it gives you strategy, it gives you direction, it gives you clarity. And after hosting this training a couple weeks ago, that is exactly what people said. And it is just music to my ears to know that I can offer this free training a couple times per year and support you and just pour into you and help you see how to run your business in a different way, in a more effective way for you to see results. And what really matters in business, because so many people are not focusing on what truly matters in business, and then they're wondering why they haven't seen results. And if you've been following along for a while, then after I host this free training for the 4 days that follow, I opened doors to Product Biz Academy. And this was the last time that I opened doors in 2024 to PBA. And we welcomed, I think it's 39 new, amazing, incredible, talented, dedicated, committed, action-taking small business owners into the Product Biz Academy family, which has been so exciting and so much fun. And it's just been a blast getting to know these small business owners even more over the last couple of weeks. We had our kickoff call. We have an incredible community in our Facebook group. We're getting to know each other. They're getting set up on the project they're going to focus on. Then they have the modules to execute the project. Everyone is so motivated and so excited. And it's just the beautiful, most perfect environment to be in. So that's what I've been up to the last couple of weeks. We had the free live training. We had the Product Biz Academy launch. We had new members joining and getting them up to speed, getting them prepared, getting them ready for their best next 3 months, end of the year holiday season possible. And also, in addition to that, there's been so much other stuff behind the scenes going on. I hired a new team member, Brighton, who joined the team as a marketing assistant who's going to be helping me with social media, with some planning for our in-person event for Product Biz Academy members, which I'm so excited about because Brighton is reaching out to a couple different venues for quotes. We almost have the date and venue secured. And this is an exclusive event just for Product Biz Academy members. And in my opinion, is worth the cost of PBA itself. It's a 2-day free in-person event where all of the Product Biz Academy members come together. I have an incredibly transformative 2-day training. It's a pretty intense training, I'll say, but it literally will shift how you look at life, how you look at business, how you show up as an individual, how you lead your business. And that is what leads to massive change in results. Now, I always get the question whenever I talk about PBA Live for people who aren't in PBA, if they can just please buy a ticket, if they can join, if they can attend. And I hate to break it to you, but the only way that you can attend this event is by joining PBA. And my members after the last event had the biggest transformations in terms of leaving, knowing that there was nothing that can stop them from reaching their goals. Nothing. And that is the energy that I want to create and embody inside PBA, inside our PBA Live event, and is exactly why you should be part of PBA if you aren't already. So Brighton has been helping with the event planning. We have Kendra on Team MLC, who's been working with amazing PBA members on their rebrands and has just been creating awesome work. And I'm really excited because we're going to start showcasing more of that on Instagram of the rebrands that have been completed, because she has taken the PBA members and their vision and creating the most beautiful embodiment of that every single PBA member, I mean, Kendra has told me multiple times that PBA members have been brought to tears on the brand reveal call when she's sharing the rebrand with them. And it's just giving people confidence in themselves, in their business, in their differentiator, that they can stand out even in a saturated market. So that has been a big portion of what's been going on behind the scenes too. And in addition, my amazing virtual assistant, Karen, just had her baby. And she is out on maternity leave for a little bit. So we've been picking up some of the workload of normally what she takes care of, because she is a big part of the business, big part of the admin work, big part of keeping the ship running smoothly. So we're so excited for her and her new addition to her family, and also so excited for when she'll be ready to come back. And it's really made me realize that it's time for another VA, and that the VA side of my business has to grow to have 2 VAs, because the workload is growing and the support is just needed. And it's just another really fun way to keep on, growing the team, expanding the team, hiring amazing people, contributing to the economy. And it's such a really fun way to just acknowledge what a business can turn into when you start to have team members, because then your business is no longer like just about you or just about the money that you make. It's like, wow, I have a team. I'm hiring people. I'm making a difference. I'm helping people support their families. Like Kendra is a mom of 3. Karen is now a mom of 2. Brighton is still in college. So it's like, it's just a great feeling to be able to have incredible people on the team and to be able to support them while they support me too. So that is a little bit of an update of just what's been going on in the PBA world and the Monica Little coaching world. Lots of really fun updates. Okay, I digress. That's what's happening in life, at least on the business side of things. And we're going to talk today about holiday promotions and the 3 pieces, critical components needed for a successful holiday promotion, and really what you need to be thinking about. The first one is promotion. The second one is increasing people. And the third one is increasing your performance. Now, let me break down every single one of these for you, and we're going to get right into it. To have a successful holiday campaign, holiday sales season, you do need, number 1, some sort of promotion. Now, this is where people primarily focus. And you have to focus on the people and you have to focus on the performance as well. And we're going to talk more about that. But with promotion, yes, I highly recommend from Black Friday through Cyber Monday, while the entire world is creating hype about the holiday season and to shop online and to buy your gifts, that you ride that wave. I want you to think of it as literally the entire e-commerce world, the entire materialistic world, the entire holiday world, the entire everything is promoting for people to purchase from Black Friday through Cyber Monday to the biggest extent possible. And I want you to think of that like an ocean with waves. And I want you to offer a promotion during those 4 days. And imagine you are the person on a surfboard that's just riding that wave. The hype is being created. The urgency to buy is being created, and you are going to offer a promotion to take advantage of that and be where the people are. They're online shopping, so you want to be there providing a promotion as well. Now, what I want to say with that is if you are offering a promotion, what I teach is not to overcomplicate it. Pick a really, really, really juicy promotion. This should be your juiciest, biggest promotion, not something that you've done before during the year, not something that you just did 2 weeks ago, not something that you just did 2 months ago. I mean, you should be saving your biggest promotion for these 4 days. And if you're like, Monica, I just ran a really big promotion a month ago and it was 40% off, you're telling me I should do more than that now? Not necessarily. I would question if a 40% promotion a couple months ago was really necessary, because that is a steep promotion. And what you want to be careful of is to not train your people to only buy from you when there's a promotion if you are offering promotions constantly throughout the year. A little bit of a side tangent conversation, but let me tell you this. When I ran Plant-Based Beauty, I offered one promotion per year, and that was Black Friday, because I did not ever want to become Bed Bath & Beyond, where people literally only shop when there's a promotion, because they know there's always a promotion. There's always a 15% off coupon in the mail. There's always a coupon to clip and add to checkout that people will wait to purchase until there's a promotion. You don't want that to ever happen with your business, that you're training your audience to be coupon clippers and to wait for a promotion. So how I ran Plant-Based Beauty is I ran one massive discount % off during Black Friday through Cyber Monday. And my audience was like, holy smokes, she never does a promotion. I really want to purchase now, stock up, buy for gifts, buy for myself. And that brought in so many sales because of that. There's a conversation of if you're constantly running promotions and discounts, it is essentially like cannibalizing your sales, because people will wait until you do a promotion to buy now. And you'll notice that if you run a random promotion in the middle of June and have a massive amount of sales, and then you have crickets before and after that promotion for months and months, and I won't say months, for weeks, until you run your next discounted sale, that's your sign that you've already trained your people to wait for a promotion, which kind of sucks because the promotions go into your margins and then you're not making as much money, and it defeats the whole purpose of marketing, because marketing is how do you create people who want to buy your products now, not because they're on sale, not because it's a discount, but because they want it, need it, and need it now. So that is a little bit of a side tangent, and just for you to think through your overall promotion strategy of how often are sales and discounts being offered throughout the year in order to really have something monumental from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. With that in mind, these 4 days, I want you to also keep it super simple. One thing I don't like from a consumer perspective is if you think about doing like tiers, like save 15% if you spend 50, or save 20% if you spend 75, or save 25% if you spend 100 and get free shipping over 150. There's all of these like words and rules and guidelines, and that brings complexity, and a confused shopper will not buy. If they have to stop and pause and ask themselves, what discount am I getting? Is this is discount with or without tax included. Am I going to get the higher discount? Am I not going to get the higher discount? Do I need to message this business owner and ask and clarify? The more complexity, the more confusion, the more unnecessary friction you bring to a promotion, the more people are going to, number one, not even want to read or digest it, or number two, drop off because they're confused or unsure. Confused customer does not buy. So also think about Black Friday through Cyber Monday. There's a lot of stores that are offering promotions and discounts, e-commerce stores, physical stores, etc., that you don't want to be adding too much noise to that. You want to ride that wave, but I don't want you on the surfboard with a string of cans trailing behind you. You know how like when people get married and they used to tie the string of cans behind it? Think of like you on a surfboard riding a wave with a string of cans behind you. It's just going to provide slack. It's just going to hold you back. It's just going to add friction. You're not going to be able to ride that wave when you have 20 cans behind you causing a bunch of commotion, right? So you want to ride the wave in the most simplest, effortless way possible. And in my perspective, that's like 30% off entire site and free shipping, or just 30% off entire site, or 35% off, or how big can you go without eroding your profits and diminishing them entirely? So keep it simple. And I know people want to make it, I don't know, people think that complexity equals more unique or like more hype worthy or more something. I don't know, but there is the saying, keep it simple, Sally. We want to keep it simple. That's a saying for a reason, because simple equals easy to digest, equals people can take fast action, equals there's a lot of noise. You don't want to cause friction. You don't want to cause confusion. And you just want to provide people an easy way to go to your website, know what's being offered, what the promotion is, and to add to cart and purchase. Now with this promotion, there's obviously things that you can do on Instagram, on social media, via email, and I'm not going to go into all of those details. Truly, it's just a matter of having that promotion that you chose. And then we're going to talk about the people and the performance that lead to results in this promotion. Okay. Now, when you have this promotion, you may be wondering, well, what about the rest of November? This is for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. What else? I will add one more thing to this promotion bucket, which is something I've mentioned to my PBA members. I highly recommend not to offer any other discount leading up to Black Friday or Cyber Monday now that we are in November, because you don't want to cannibalize your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, and you want to keep it like exciting for those 4 days. However, it's also leading up to Thanksgiving. We can really lean into the season of gratitude and bringing family together and giving back. And a lot of times during the holiday season and the colder months, and just this giving energy, people donate to charities. So if you're wondering, well, what do I talk about for the couple of weeks leading up to Black Friday? Number one, marketing is the answer always. How do you talk about your product so people desire it, they want it, and they demand it, they want it, need it now? That's entire other conversation, but that is marketing skill. That is captions, that is photos, that is email, that is the epitome of how you create a business and how you sell more products. However, what you can also do during this time is add in some sort of give back, charity donation, where a percent of your sales will go to a charity that means something to you. So that is a great marketing strategy, promotion strategy, I should really call it, leading up to Thanksgiving. So if there's a local charity, I used to do this with like the Greater Chicago Food Depository. I also did this. There was another, I think it was another food bank or an organization that helped provide meals. There was a couple different organizations that I did with this in the past with Plant-Based Beauty. Usually they were local to Chicago. This is when I was living in Chicago. However, for the 2 weeks leading up to Thanksgiving, that is a great way to still talk about your products, to still promote something, to have something that's relevant during the holiday season, and to also provide your customers to feel good when they purchase from you too, without offering a discount or eating into your margins as much as like offering 20% off or 25% off or something like that, right? So what I recommend is like 10% of sales from 2 weeks before Thanksgiving go to this local organization that means something to you because of XYZ reason. That is something great that you can do in November, and I think is something that is super, super smart and super strategic. Okay, so those are like my promotion tips. Keep it simple, make it juicy. And that's during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and offer the couple weeks before that a give back charity campaign. Last thing I'll say in the give back charity campaign is you want to do that for like the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I would never run any sort of promotion or campaign for more than 2 weeks. So I know some people want to do like a charity for like the whole month of November or the whole month of December, or have it run from November through December. You can of course do that, but what I find is it's more potent when it's like for these 2 weeks or for this 1 week. If you really want to make it potent, we are going to be donating 10% to XYZ charity. Then people who relate to you, relate to your mission, relate to the charity are like, shoot, I got to act fast. I got a 1 week to do this. Let me purchase now. Versus if you give people a really big time window of like 2 months, it's not going to create that urgency of like, I need to purchase from this small business to support this charity that I also believe in before it goes away. So just food for thought there of 2 weeks max for any campaign is probably where you want to find that sweet spot. Okay, so now I think those are some of the basics, right? Let's get into more of the nitty gritty of people and performance. So your promotion will be as successful as the amount of people and as the increased performance that you have underneath it. So for example, if you have a Black Friday deal and you have an email list of 100 people, if you focus on increasing people and send an email instead of to 100 people to 300 people because you increased your email list, you are going to see much more results emailing 300 people versus emailing 100 people. Does that make sense? I think this is like common knowledge, but I think we focus so much on the promotion and on like the outward that we don't realize there's the fundamentals underneath it that hold it and make it successful, which is how do you increase the amount of people that are aware of your business via social media followers, via email list. And a lot of this is going to be work that is prioritized during the entire year. Like these are things you should be constantly working on. How do I get in front of more people? How do I increase people? How do I increase performance? How do I get more people on my email list, on my Instagram? And it's just increasing the pool of people that you are marketing to. Now, with Black Friday a few weeks away, what can we really do here? Because Instagram growth and email growth is a long-term game. However, there's a couple of things that you can do. This is a great time to really hone in on micro influencers and send your products to people who have a very similar target audience to you, but are in like a different niche, right? So for example, if you sell skincare, can you find a micro influencer who has like an eczema community if your products help eczema, right? And partner with her and send her products and have her promote it during this time. So who are the types of people that you can partner with that you can send free products to in exchange for them to promote your products on their page that will lead you to have more followers, that will lead you to have more eyeballs, that will lead you to grow your people section, which then when you run a promotion will be more successful because you have more people in the people bucket. You can imagine that if you run a 75% off sale, yet you have 10 people on Instagram that are following you and you have 2 people on your email list, you could offer 75% off or 90% off or 99% off, but you're probably limiting your results to a certain extent because there's just not enough people to market to. Even if every single one of those people bought from you, the only way to grow to reach new levels is to have even more people that you're marketing to. So micro influencers really sending out like a holiday push is a big one. You can host a giveaway on your page if you find that works to get more followers via giving away products, etc. There's also the conversation of like Facebook ads, but that's another topic for another day. And this is truly when you've mastered email marketing and Instagram marketing, because usually a Facebook ad, at least how I like to do it, is it drives people to your email list. So you want to make sure you have a very strong email performance, because otherwise people are going to be on your email list and they're not going to be purchasing if you haven't cracked the code on email marketing. Or they'll follow you on Instagram from seeing your ad. And if you haven't cracked the code of getting your Instagram followers to your website, then they're just going to be sitting there, a number on your followers list, collecting dust, right? But those are a couple things to consider. Micro influencers, huge push, potentially a giveaway, Facebook ads for the advanced people who feel like they're ready for that. But increasing people is going to be one way to increase your results of this holiday promotion. Now, the third one is increasing performance. And on the people side, that definitely takes more time, I will say, to increase people. However, performance and increasing performance is changes that you can start to make from a real-time data that can lead to pretty incremental results. Let me give you an example. One of the performance metrics that will make or break a holiday promotion is if you're sending emails, your email open rate and your email click-through rate. If you send emails and your average open rate is 10% and your average click-through rate is 0.001% and you have 100 people on your list, that means 10 people are opening it. And let's say, if your click-through rate is less than 1%, that means not even one person is clicking it. So there's so much growth that can happen when we start to look at performance. Because if someone has this 100 people on their email list and has a 10% open rate, and let's just say a 1% click-through rate, so of the 100 people, one of them is clicking to the website, you can send 7 emails a week, you can send 7 emails a day, but if those emails aren't getting opened or aren't getting clicked through, it's not going to serve you. So an easy way to get more results is to increase the performance of your email marketing, your social media marketing, your website marketing. So what does that mean? Your emails striving for a 30% open rate and a 3 to 5% click-through rate. And if that is not happening, then there's conversations that need to be had about, number one, your subject line. Subject line is entirely what dictates if the email gets opened or not. I'll say subject line is like 80% of the reason people open or not. The other 20% is trust. So actually, I don't say it's even trust is a big part. For example, if people know that your emails don't have great content, they used to open them, but now they don't really resonate with the content, or the emails are always like some sort of promotion and they're kind of fatigued on promotions, that even if you have a really great subject line can detract people from opening your emails. So this is where the conversation, you can start to see how some of these things really come in tandem. Like we talked about earlier, not doing too many promotions throughout the year, because that's going to decrease the efficacy of when you do run a promotion in terms of the emails that you send, in terms of the opens that you get, and in terms of the clicks that you get. So there's obviously that conversation, and this can go in other ways too, of big reason why I do not recommend ChatGPT, because 99% of the time, if you are sending emails using ChatGPT, you can expect to see your open rate continue to diminish over time, because people just know it's not a person and they subconsciously can tell. So this is where performance is key. Because striving for a 30% open rate, when you have 100 people on your email list and now 30 of them are opening, and if you have a 5% click-through rate, now 5 of them are going to your website, that's different than one person. But we can even extrapolate this even more. What if you have 500 people on your email list This goes back to the people conversation. What if you have 1,000 people on your email list? You have a 30% open rate. That's 300 people. You have a 5% click-through rate. Oh my gosh, don't quote me on my mental math. That would be 50 people, I think, that are now going to your website. So you can see that the people and the performance go hand in hand, but increasing the performance means that you don't need to necessarily do more. You just need to become better at what you're already doing. And I think a big mistake that people make during the holidays is thinking they need to do more. But if we take some of that do more energy and instead focus it on do better, you can see massively increased results. And also with like less energy expenditure, which is the beautiful sweet spot that we want to be at. So performance, we talked about email campaigns, 30% open rate. If that is not happening, check a couple things. Number one, your subject lines. Are they actually enticing or are they not enticing? Every single email that you send is a test to see what does my audience react to. So your subject lines. Also, if you're not getting 30% open rates, what I would look into is, are you using ChatGPT via your emails? Because that can be eroding trust. So just rethinking that marketing strategy. And number three, are you also providing promotions and discounts a lot that is also eroding people's urgency to open your emails? Those go hand in hand, those three components, to increase your open rate. Now, if you're like, I just don't know how to get my open rate with my subject lines higher, I would look at your past data, look to see what worked. And this is where knowing your audience really comes into play, and knowing your people and knowing your brand and knowing your differentiator, because those things should give you clues as to what your people want to know about and what they want to read about and what they want in their inbox that can help you with your subject lines. But like I mentioned, every single subject line is a test. When I send emails, I have a Google document, a Google sheet where I have every single subject line I've ever sent and the open rate. And I'm just getting data every single time. Okay, this one really worked. Ooh, this didn't work, but this did work. What can I do more like this? What can I spin on this? And that's really when you're starting to use data to increase your performance. The other side of email, super important, is your click-through rate. I'll say like 1 to 3%. 1 would be like a grade C. 3% would be like a B plus. If you have more than 3%, you're getting in the A range. But similar conversation, you could send 10 emails a day. But if no one is clicking on it and going to your website, it doesn't matter if you send 10 emails or 50 emails. And if you have those 1,000 people on your email list and you increase your conversion rate from 1% to 5%, your click-through rate from 1% to 5%, that you just went from 10 people to 50 people going to your website just by adjusting the performance of your email. This is why performance is so important. So aiming for a 1 to 3% click-through rate, what that comes down to is good marketing copy in your email. Compelling copy, what people want to read, that's exciting, that connects with them, that's not ChatGPT. And in PBA, we do a lot of work on this. Like with my one-on-one clients, we did a huge Instagram caption writing workshop of attraction, interest, desire, action. And this is a marketing framework of how to create longer form content, and is entirely what can be via email. We also in PBA just had a call a couple weeks ago about more compelling content in terms of how do you dismantle objections? What objections do your customers have? How do you discredit alternatives? How do you get people to want it, and need it now? Those are all ways to actually create content that people then click and go through and then want to purchase. So the words truly matter. It's not just about sending an email. It's not just about posting on social media. It's about, are these high quality words and high quality marketing content that is actually leading people in the direction you want them to go? Similarly, there's other performance that can be increased. You can look at your website conversion rate. Is your website conversion rate at least 3%? If not, you can have the biggest promotion, you could send all the emails, but if something on your website is not giving people the trust that they need to purchase, if their expectations aren't confirmed, if there is information that is missing, if that conversion rate on your website isn't at least 3%, then no matter how many people or how many promotions or how many emails you do, it's not going to lead to that end result, or it's going to diminish the result that you could have if that website conversion rate was 3% or higher. Now, we can also talk about performance on Instagram. And this one is a little bit more wishy-washy because email, you know the click-through and the open rate, and website, you know the conversion rate, versus email. We're looking at average engagement, average likes, average DMs, but it's taking a look at the performance of your content and understanding, is this landing with my people? So like I mentioned, how I track my email subject lines and open rates, I also track the general content, the call to action, and the click-through rate. So I can have that in one spot. I also do a very similar tracker for Instagram where I have the post, then I have the details of the views, likes, shares, follows, engagement, DMs, comments, all of the metrics pretty much in the Insights tab. And my VA fills this in on a weekly basis, so I can just assess what's working, what's not working, what led to engagement. Okay, if this led to engagement, how do I repurpose this? If you're using something like ManyChat, where you can have in your caption, comment XYZ word, and I'll send you the link to this product, or I'll send you the link to this PDF. Are you keeping track of how many people are actually commenting that based on what you said in that post or based on what the photo was? And if you increase the performance of that, can you see how that can lead to more sales too? So assessing your Instagram, assessing what's working, not just posting just to post, but every single post after it's posted should be reviewed and should be assessed and should be critically looked at as in, is this leading people to purchase from me? Is this leading to a result? So those are some of the main performance metrics that you can look at. And performance is the one that is key. Because a lot of times people want to change things and, like I said, do more. But when you focus on performance, you're focusing on enhancements. You're focusing on doing better. You're focusing on showing up differently, on just reviewing the actual words and looking at the data and understanding, is this working or can I do this in a better way? And that is what will lead to much, much, much more results, especially when you pair it with a good promotion. And especially as you continue to grow the people in your audience too. So while most people will tell you that the holidays is only about the promotion and promote, do all the promotions. Yes, promotion is going to help you absolutely. However, increasing people and increasing performance is going to help you exponentially. And if that is your goal for this holiday season, then it comes down to really dialing in the people and the performance, especially the performance. And if you can do that, you're going to see massive, massive, massive results and massive growth, because every percentage increase in performance is you learning more marketing, is becoming a better marketer. And the better marketer you are, the better your business will grow. End of story. So that is really what I wanted to share with you today. I would say this is maybe a tiny bit more of an advanced conversation. However, I hope it landed. I hope it was impactful. I hope it made sense. I hope it gave you some things to think about. And truly, as we approach this holiday season, have fun with it, because it's crazy. It's chaotic. It can be all over the place. It can be a massively busy time, in addition to family and get-togethers and the stress of the holidays and everything else that happens too. But don't forget to have fun with it, because I'm sure one of the reasons you started your business was to have fun and to do what you love. So make sure that it is front and center as you go through this holiday season too, because that's going to help you have the right energy and intention behind the actions that you take as well. Okay, That's all I got for you today. Send me a DM on Instagram if this was impactful. My Instagram, if we aren't Instagram buddies just yet, is Monica Little Coaching. And I will see you next week with another episode of the Product Biz Podcast.